The philosophical treatise Mozi stands as an embodiment of ancient Chinese thought, offering a stark departure from Confucian ideals and emphasizing the profound doctrine of universal love. This review delves into 10 central tenets of Mozi's philosophy, from his staunch advocacy for egalitarian love to his empirical approach to discerning truth. As we navigate through these core principles, we find a philosophy deeply rooted in utilitarianism, practicality, and a vision for a harmonious society steered by a capable state. Before we dive in, if you find this content valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. It truly helps us grow. Now, let's get started. 1. Universal love. At the heart of Mozi's teachings lies the profound doctrine of universal love. This revolutionary concept champions the belief that individuals should extend their affection and concern to all, irrespective of personal relationships or societal hierarchies. Rather than confining one's compassion and care to immediate family or close acquaintances, Mozi challenges us to broaden our horizons and embrace humanity at large. He envisions a world where the lines that differentiate a family member from a stranger are blurred, urging a shift from exclusive love to an all-encompassing, unbiased affection. By doing so, Mozi believes that societal harmony can be achieved, conflicts can be reduced, and a collective sense of unity can be fostered. In essence, universal love is not just an idealistic principle, but a pragmatic tool for societal transformation in Mozi's philosophical framework. 2. Condemnation of war. Mozi's stance on warfare is both clear and nuanced. At its core, he passionately denounces offensive warfare, underscoring the destruction and disarray it brings to societies, and its inherent contradiction to his primary doctrine of universal love. To Mozi, the devastation caused by such wars not only ravages lands and resources, but also frays the social fabric, causing suffering and fracturing communities. However, he's not entirely pacifist in his outlook. Recognizing the real-world need for security and protection, Mozi does concede that defensive wars, fought to shield people and their ways of life, can be justifiable. Such wars are not seen as an expression of aggression, but rather a necessary measure to uphold the well-being and safety of the populace. In essence, Mozi's perspective on war marries his philosophical ideals with pragmatic considerations, championing peace while understanding the necessities of protection. 3. Meritocratic Leadership. In Mozi's vision for a thriving and harmonious society, the concept of meritocratic leadership stands out as a foundational pillar. Challenging the established norms of leadership determined by ancestry and royal bloodlines, Mozi posits a transformative idea: rulers should earn their position based on their competence, wisdom, and demonstrated ability. For him, leadership isn't a birthright but a responsibility that demands unparalleled capability. He asserts that only when leadership is vested in the hands of the truly meritorious can a society navigate its path towards lasting peace and prosperity. This belief underscores the essence of fairness and justice, emphasizing that one's lineage should not overshadow their merit, and leadership must always be in the hands of those most equipped to foster societal well-being. 4. Utility over tradition. Mozi's philosophy strikes a bold stance against blindly adhering to entrenched traditions and rituals. With his principle of utility over tradition, he challenges society to critically evaluate the significance and impact of its age-old customs. For Mozi, the true measure of an action or practice's worth isn't its historical roots but its tangible benefits to the broader community. He posits that if a tradition doesn't serve a clear, practical purpose or contribute to the greater good, it should be reconsidered or even abandoned. This perspective exemplifies Mozi's pragmatic and utilitarian approach to societal norms, urging individuals and communities to prioritize the collective well-being over mere customary adherence. 5. Divine Retribution. Mozi intertwines the metaphysical with the ethical in his concept of divine retribution. Rooted deeply in his teachings is the belief that heaven, or the divine force, actively monitors human actions, meting out consequences based on adherence or deviation from the principle of universal love. To Mozi, this celestial oversight isn't arbitrary but serves as a moral compass for society. Those who embrace and act upon the ethos of universal love receive divine favor, while those who stray face retribution. This belief not only underscores the profound importance Mozi places on his core doctrine, but also acts as a compelling motivator for individuals to internalize and live out the values of unconditional love and compassion, knowing that their actions have both earthly and heavenly ramifications. 6. Anti-fatalism. Mozi's philosophy takes a firm stand against the deterministic view of fate, a belief that every event is predestined and beyond human control. With his anti-fatalism stance, he champions the power of human agency, asserting that individuals possess the capacity to mold their destinies through deliberate actions and moral decisions. For Mozi, life isn't merely a series of predetermined events. Instead, it's a canvas where individuals, through their choices and endeavors, paint their own narratives. He contends that resigning to fate can lead to complacency and moral laxity. By emphasizing the significance of personal responsibility and the ripple effect of one's choices, Mozi seeks to empower individuals to actively engage with their lives, making ethical decisions that align with the greater good and societal harmony. 7. Role of the state. Mozi's philosophy assigns a paramount responsibility to the state, seeing it as the primary architect in shaping societal values and behaviors. He believes that the state, through its policies, laws, and governance, can be a powerful instrument in instilling and nurturing the principle of universal love among its populace. In Mozi's view, a state that actively promotes and reinforces the tenets of universal love not only fosters a cohesive and harmonious society but also steers its citizens towards ethical and virtuous paths. He contends that the state's influence is not just about maintaining law and order but about molding character, nurturing morality, and ensuring that the collective ethos of society aligns with the higher ideals of love, compassion, and mutual respect. 8. Economics of frugality. Mozi's perspective on economics is deeply rooted in the virtue of frugality, seeing it as essential for societal prosperity and stability. He asserts that unchecked extravagance and luxury can lead to an unsustainable drain on state resources, creating disparities and breeding discontent. To Mozi, true wealth isn't in opulence but in a society where resources are judiciously utilized for the greater good. He champions the idea that a state should encourage its citizens to adopt frugal practices, ensuring that resources are available for essential services and the well-being of all. By emphasizing frugality over luxury, Mozi envisions a society where economic practices are grounded in equity, sustainability, and the broader welfare, rather than individual excess. 9. Value of practical skills. Mozi's philosophy places a premium on skills and knowledge that yield direct, tangible benefits for society. He champions the acquisition and cultivation of practical skills, viewing them as instrumental in propelling societal progress and ensuring its sustenance. While he acknowledges the cultural and emotional significance of arts like music, he questions their direct utility in comparison to more pragmatic skills. To Mozi, a society's strength lies in its ability to harness the potential of its members in areas that contribute directly to communal well-being and advancement. By promoting the value of practical skills, Mozi underscores a vision of society where resources and energies are directed towards endeavors that have a clear, measurable impact on the collective good. 10. Empirical thought. In the realm of epistemology, Mozi stands out as an early advocate for empirical reasoning and evidence-based conclusions. Central to this is his three-pronged method for discerning truth. First, he urges consideration of the origins, delving into the genesis of an idea or claim. Next, he emphasizes the examination of underlying reasons, seeking a deep understanding of rationale and logic. Finally, Mozi demands the confirmation of evidence, ensuring that assertions are grounded in verifiable facts. This structured approach showcases Mozi's commitment to rigorous logical scrutiny and his skepticism towards baseless claims or beliefs. By championing empirical thought, Mozi lays a foundational framework for a society that values reason, evidence, and critical inquiry in its pursuit of truth and understanding. In summary, Mozi presents a philosophical framework grounded in the principle of universal love, with a strong emphasis on utilitarianism, empirical evidence, and the pivotal role of the state in promoting societal well-being.